Hi guys, I'm Aisha.
I'm Natalie.
We're the Hustle Table. We're very colourful today.
We are.
Don't know what we're doing, but anyways, cool. So today we're slogan.
I'm not gonna lie. I've decided.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
slogan
anymore.
basically like instead of trying to get a seat at the table, create your own table, and that's what we're doing today. Right. So today we're going to talk to you about imposter syndrome. I'll be real, I didn't really know what imposter syndrome was until a couple years into my career.
It's mad, isn't it? Because I don't feel like anyone has heard of imposter syndrome unless they've been in their career.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what it was till I started my career as well.
So what is imposter syndrome? The Google dictionary version you can find above. But my version is, I just think imposter syndrome is basically fear that you are not good enough. And as a fear of, I feel like it's psychological fear that you need to prove yourself, or psychological fear that you are a fraud because you can't do a job. Or like if there's a job description and there's 10 things on that list and you can only do 5, you feel like you have to make up for the other 5. Am I right to that?
No, I would probably say that as well. I'll probably, yeah. It's definitely a mental thing. Self-doubt. I guess that's kind of the biggest words that I would say is just self-doubt, when you don't feel like, they gave me this job, but why they give me this job though?
Right.
Or, I've been given this opportunity, but why have they picked me? Like, I'm not the best person for it. And it's mad because, like you said, it's only a couple years into your kind of career that you kind of hear about imposter syndrome and stuff like that, but everyone goes through it. Like, everyone that I've spoken to been like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, fake it till you make it. And that's also another big thing as well. Fake it till you make it. That's such a big, like, sentence, and it's such a big phrase that kind of sticks with you for a couple of years and stuff. But yeah, imposter syndrome is real. I definitely feel like every job that I've gone into, I've had imposter syndrome, where I've been like, how did I pass this assessment? How did I get this job? Like, are they gonna figure out at some point that I'm crap and that I shouldn't have this job? And then 6 months later goes down the line, I'm like, I can do this job in my sleep, you know. Well, let me look for something else.
I think how I realised that I have imposter syndrome is I'm that kind of person that I'm really good at exams. I'm not good at revising, but I'm good at exams. So because I feel like I can't do a job, I will go and get a qualification. So I did, obviously I got my degree as 1. I did my CFA level 1 and CFA level 2. If you don't know what CFA is, it's one of the hardest exams on the planet. It's 6-hour exam, and there's 9 textbook for one of the exams, and you've got to do them 3 times.
How can you have imposter syndrome when you can sit those type of exams?
Because the only reason I did those exams is because I felt like I couldn't get a job in that field.
Right, I see.
I wanted an investment job, which realistically I could have worked my way up for, but instead of that, I was just like, no, let me not apply. Let me get the qualification first. The same thing I did. So there was a point where, like, I wanted to, when I delved into business, I did a business exam to prove myself. And then when I decided, do you know what, we're going into a more digital world, I want to go more into marketing, I did a marketing exam.
That's true, I never actually.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I do all these exams when realistically, I'm very aware of the fact that I could have got into marketing without doing that exam.
Yeah.
I could have got into my business. The same role that I had, I did my exam for, you didn't do it.
This is why people say you need to have big dick energy.
Yeah.
I know that's
real.
crude, but it's true. You need to have, because like you said, you didn't necessarily have to do the exam to get the job, but if you had big dick energy, you wouldn't have felt like, I need to do this exam. You would have felt like, well, I can do this job. And I guess that's the fake it till you make it bit, innit?
I literally used my qualifications as like an interview talking point. I did this, I got that. But in actual fact, all I did was literally stress myself for months trying to revise for this flipping exam. And cool, I may or may not have got the job, but it's not because of the exam.
Yeah.
So I feel like tackling imposter syndrome comes with time. I don't feel like there's a one-way fix of imposter syndrome, but I feel like the biggest thing is realising that you have the imposter syndrome in the first place.
Yeah.
And then manage it from there it takes time.
Yeah, and I think there's certain steps that you can do as well that will kind of help that. So one thing that I started doing, especially in my new role, well, it's not really a new role, I've been doing it for like a year and a half now, but in the role that I'm kind of doing now was a lot of positive affirmations. Just telling myself, like, again, kind of like what we're doing here with, we're not waiting for someone to bring us a table, we're creating the table ourselves and going pushing forward with it. I'm meant to be here. Like, I passed the interview, I passed online assessments over 20 other people. This room is meant for me and no one else. And it's about reminding yourself that, but also from just daily reminding yourself that eventually you will believe that. Like, talking to yourself in the mirror, I know it sounds absolutely stupid and a bit weird to do it, but honestly, like, it's the most empowering thing when you can actually look at yourself in the eyes and tell yourself, I'm made to be in this room, this job is made for me and I'm going to smash it, and this year's going to be my year. Like Aisha said, it doesn't come easy and it doesn't go away. Like, I've been working at the same company for 8 years, which kills me every time I say that. But I've been working for the company for 8 years and I still feel imposter syndrome every time I go for a new interview, every time I meet someone, every time I'm doing a project and I'm sitting in these rooms with like CEOs and MDs and I'm like, hello, how
am I meant to be here?
I mean, I'm the only black person here.
I'm the only female. I'm probably the youngest.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't go away, like you say. It's definitely a long thing, but it's just about managing it and also remembering your worth. I think imposter syndrome comes with understanding your worth. If you really understand your worth, you might not have imposter syndrome, or you might be able to combat it in the sense of, yeah, I might feel like this, but I know I'm worth this.
It's all psychological. So,
it is psychological. You know, I could do I did psychology as an A level before I left. So if you're looking for a counsellor, let me go.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna end this one. So I hope you enjoyed our imposter syndrome little talk. Any questions? Feel free to message us, DM us, email us, whatever you want to do. But yeah, make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you like.
And make sure you comment, share, all of that. And we'll catch you next time.
Peace.